Hello, and thanks for stopping by to watch this video on using common language to talk about writing. I'm Dr. Rachel Yashichuk, Writing Across the Curriculum Coordinator and English faculty member at Norwalk Community College. Even though we know writing assignments engage students in critical thinking and appreciation for disciplined knowledge, educators sometimes shy away from using writing assignments in their courses. Why? Often we hear professors lament over how unorganized a student's writing is, or how the student clearly didn't demonstrate in writing what the professor hoped to see. Okay, this could be because the students didn't read the instructions or hastily worked on the assignment the night before it was due. But maybe those aren't the reasons we receive less than satisfactory written products. Have we ever critically evaluated our own assignments and the instructions we provide? Are we communicating clearly what we expect students to do? Even more important is this: are we, all educators collectively, using common language to talk about writing, specifically the types of writing we want students to do in order to demonstrate mastery of course concepts and learning outcomes? In the following presentation, I will review 5 common types of writing and what those 5 terms mean. By using common language to talk about writing, we'll better communicate our purposes for writing assignments, our expectations for students' work, and help students transfer knowledge from one course to the next and then beyond as they explore writing, genres, audiences, and rhetorical situations in their discipline. One term I want to start with is summarize. When we ask students to summarize, we're asking students to restate, using their own language, the main idea and key supporting points of a text. A summary is a condensed account of something, and a pure summary does not include a writer's or an observer's personal opinion. It's important to make this clear to students. If you want a student to respond to something they've read or observed, make that clear in your instructions that the student is supposed to both summarize the main points and then respond. If you don't make that clear or you don't make that distinction for students, then in another class, when they're asked to summarize, but they basically provide their personal opinion on a topic, they won't be fulfilling the expectations of that assignment. Paraphrasing is another type of writing we ask students to do often, and it's a challenging writing skill. Paraphrase means to restate a specific detail or section of a text in a new way. So while summary looks at the full text, paraphrase looks at a specific piece of that text. A paraphrase uses both different words and a new sentence structure to restate an idea from a text. A paraphrase does not explain, interpret, or analyze any type of detail from a text, but often students may paraphrase before then moving into something like analysis. To analyze means to examine methodically and in detail the constitution or structure of something with the purpose of explaining and interpreting it. For example, how do the parts of something build up to a whole? Analyzing asks students to identify causes, key factors, strategies used, possible results, etc. to achieve some kind of result. Synthesis is another type of writing we ask students to do in school. Synthesizing means combining information, usually prior knowledge, and new information to make some kind of overall point. So synthesizing can involve looking at similarities and differences in different texts, bringing together information from multiple sources to identify themes, which is very challenging, and discovering a new idea by reviewing research. As you can see, summary might lead into paraphrase, which could lead into analysis, which can lead into synthesis, one of the more challenging types of writing we ask students to do. But making it obvious each type of writing students are doing and how it builds into the next can help students understand these more difficult writing tasks. And again, defining it all in a common way is very important, and using that common language so students are better able to identify their task, their purpose. And that leads us to something pretty common, the thesis statement. We know that a thesis is generally a sentence that expresses a writer's claim and what that writer intends to prove. Seems simple enough, but maybe not. And I say that because various disciplines have different expectations for a thesis statement. It often depends on the genre, the purpose, the audience, and the task. For example, an English professor might expect students to offer a pretty strong argumentative thesis statement on some kind of topic in class, while a history professor might ask that a thesis indicate what the study of primary text reveals. So while it's a claim, it's not so purely argumentative in the sense that the English paper might be. Whatever you want students to do, just make it evident in your instructions. Let them know the type of claim you want them to provide, and then offer examples or model that process for them. Modeling the process is one of the most effective things we can do as teachers when we're practicing all different types of writing and asking students to produce those types of writing for our course. Thank you for watching this video on using common language to talk about writing. By using common language across all courses and disciplines, we aid our students in better understanding their writing task and demonstrating what we hope to see when we review their final products. Tune in again soon for more quick videos on using writing in any course to help students learn, engage, and practice discipline-specific ways of knowing.